Today at Second Meadow saw Biggleswade United hosts the away team Tring. In a very hard-fought game, Tring came away 1-0 winners and ended the 9-run unbeaten streak from Biggleswade United FC. So an unlucky defeat today, but what was your view of the game?
I don't call it unlucky. We should have scored. We had the chances, we created the chances. Did we start the game well? Perhaps not. Perhaps we needed to have more tempo, a bit more aggression without the ball. In the second half, we did create so many chances we should have won. First goal would have just meant we take the game, but we didn't. So another lesson. I just hope that this is just an accident and that we're not complacent. I don't think we are, but it's a chance to start another run. So one of those games, sometimes it reminds me of what happened early in the season. But in the second half I realized that no, this is not like the beginning of the season. We actually played good football. We just didn't finish. We rushed into decisions at the end.
It was definitely a smash and grab, as they say, from Tring, but they did come with a game plan, and fairness to them, they did execute it quite well.
Yeah, there was a lot of long balls from them in the second half, perhaps because they were tired, but this is a football team. They can play football, and in the second half we allow them to do so sometimes because the defense was perhaps too deep, too many gaps. But football is an emotional game as well, and I felt that perhaps the players wanted to just get there before they actually got there a little bit. But we learn from everything, and I'm pretty sure that this is just, as I'm saying, an accident, but still 20 games to go.
So Chris, what a difference a week makes. Last week we were celebrating a great win against Dunstable. This week, an unlucky loss against Tring. What were your thoughts on the game?
It's football, isn't it? I mean, we just weren't at it today. There were lots of things that didn't quite go right for us. I don't think we pressed quite hard enough. We created a lot of opportunities, but we just didn't have that cutting edge in the final third, and that killed it for us, really. I mean, we had enough opportunities to get the ball in the box, but couldn't make the most of it when those opportunities arose, and unfortunately that's what's lost us the game. Tring had a couple of opportunities. They took what few opportunities they had. Goals win games. We couldn't score, they did. That's
similar teams in the way that they played. It was still good football, kept on the ground. I was quite impressed with how Tring came out today. Obvious game plan. Their two rows of forward definitely nullified our midfield options. But in the end, if you don't score, you don't win.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, they've come out, they've tried to set up in a structured way, tried to keep it tight. They played a relatively direct, style of football today. They got the ball forward, they put pressure on our defence when they had the opportunities. We just ultimately weren't able to penetrate in the way that we have done in previous weeks, and that's cost us.
So let's hope we do something better on Tuesday. Thanks.
Yeah, let's hope so. I mean, it's another game, it's another day. Hopefully we'll bounce back. Hopefully we'll go on from Tuesday we'll go on a run of another sort of 8 or 9 unbeaten games. That's got to be the aim.
Here I am with Ralph Griffiths, the press secretary of Tring, and I just want to ask you, Ralph, what did you think of the game today?
I thought it was a brilliant game. I thought it was a great advert for local football. Two teams that attacked. The conditions weren't great, but it was a good performance by all the players. I thought they did really well. Must have entertained the crowd. Some goalmouth action at each end. I thought it was a really good advert for local football.
I agree. It seemed that Tring came with a game plan which worked. Kept Biggleswade at bay and then got them on the break.
Well, we saw from Biggleswade record how well they've been doing this season, particularly in the last 10 or so games. And early stage of the game showing how dangerous they are going forward. So we try and keep things tight at the back. Captain Dan Steadman did another terrific job alongside the other defenders, organising the defence, and I thought we did well. And we've got some quick players, and we try and catch teams on the break. Yeah.
I mean, we think that you're by far one of the best teams we've seen, and Biggleswade are playing good football. It's just a shame that we're both in mid-table obscurity, as we're saying.
Yes, so from our point of view, we've had a bit of an up and down season, but we've started to get a bit of a run of form together. We've only lost one out of our last 9 or 10 games, I think, and we've played all the top teams. We've had some really good results, and I think Biggleswade the same. They've obviously had some good results this season. particularly in recent weeks, and I thought it was two informed teams going at each other, and it was great entertainment.
Thanks, Ralph. Nice to see you. Thank you. Here I am with chief supporter Derek. So, Derek, how long have you been following United?
My dad played for the club in the 80s, and my granddad's been coming down here since the 50s. So yeah, all my life, you know, coming down here, putting the nets up with him in the 80s, and as a little boy, you know.
It's certainly a very community-led, family sort of club, isn't it?
Certainly.
So, as a supporter, how did you see the game today?
A bit of a smash and grab, really, wasn't it? I thought, how on earth we didn't score? I can't work that out. But hit the post. It's one of them games, isn't it? You know, what can you do? You know, we'll win on Tuesday instead.
I like it. Thanks very much. Thanks.
Thank you.
With Biggleswade United now attracting national and international attention, it was another busy day on and off the field at Second Meadow. On the field, we welcomed Hammersmith's 8-year-old Ben Horton as the club mascot, a personal wish of his just before his move to New Zealand. Good luck, Ben, and keep in touch. Off the field, national sports journalist Richard Foster and his team of Louis Bamber and Julia Bobbin filmed an article about the club and its growing reputation. We also welcomed the PR company 3 Monkeys, who represent our sponsors Top 11. Make sure you download their app, play the game and choose the Biggleswade United kit for your team. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel Biggleswade United TV and watch out for our exclusive interview with club chairman Chris Lewis on Friday the 22nd of January.